used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone.
There's a bigger picture at play. If you're dealing with something, if you're going through something, just trust it. Trust that everything's gonna be okay. What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video, another vlog. Today, or this vlog, shall I say, it's gonna be me getting back on track, a nice little reset. So I'm about to get and have my yogurt. I got my granola right here. I got my gratitude journal that is by me. I created these, and so I've been wanting to start my day off every day with gratitude and thinking about what I'm grateful for. Sometimes our minds can naturally go to the things that we don't like and the things that are stressing us out, the things that we're not happy about. So we have to be intentional about focusing on the things that we do have, right? You gotta reprogram that. So anyways, that's what I'm gonna start today off with as I eat my yogurt. And then I'm gonna go get my daughter from school, come back and continue to be productive. So just roll with me and let's hang out. I've been like on this Harmless Harvest yogurt. It is so good. I love it, absolutely love it. I can't eat it by itself. I like the plain one because it don't got all that vanilla and cane sugar and all that stuff in it. So I just get the plain one and slap me some granola on top of it. Y'all, one thing I forgot to mention is that I am on a 7-day fast/cleanse. I've been starving, but I know like once I get past these first few days that I'm going to really appreciate myself for making a decision to do this. I think sometimes like that's what you need is a fast/cleanse, like to get yourself back in alignment. And yeah, that's where I'm at with it. So that's what I decided to do. I've also been trying to take 10,000 steps a day, as I mentioned in my last vlog or video, because it wasn't a vlog, it was kind of a sit down video. But yeah, and I went walking last night barefooted on concrete, and I have a blister that's coming on my toe. I've never had that issue before. And I'm a barefooted person, you know, for the most part. Like I used to walk around my last neighborhood before we moved over here. I used to walk around there barefooted. So I'm not sure what the difference is this time, but all I know is, youch. It hurts really bad. So I'm not going to be able to do that no more. When I get to the grass area, I can take my shoes off, but I'm gonna have to put my shoes on because my feet did not like that. I'm hoping though, like, you know, at the beginning of this fast, like just writing down what it is that I'm wanting to see. I really need to do that. Pushing through, y'all, and just showing up for yourself even when you don't feel like it is what makes the world of difference. Because I can't say that, like, and I'm not gonna lie, like you never really realize how much of an addiction food is until you remove something, right? Like I'm already thinking, oh, when I come off this fast, but I'm hoping, I think what'll happen is that when I do get off of it, I'll be like, dang, like I don't even want to eat this, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm like, oh, I want some homemade pizza, I want this, I want that. But it's like everything look good or you know you can't have it. But I'm gonna really try my best to stick with it. I'd always said that I wanted to go raw like at least 2 days out of the week, but I don't really know no recipes. So all I know is like salads and like souped up salads. You can do lettuce wraps and, you know, juices and smoothies and stuff like that. But I want to know like the food. I was looking on Pinterest and I didn't really see anything that was raw, like that I was just like, dang, I want to make that. You know what? There's like this one that you can make with pecans. Some people say pecans, I say pecans. That's a lettuce wrap. You can make, you know, put like some mango salsa and all that stuff in there. So I might attempt that tomorrow. Not today, because I ain't going no more grocery stores. Whatever I got today is what I got and what I'm going to have. But nevertheless, I'm rambling, so I'm going to shut up now. But I just wanted to update y'all on that. I hope this. I'm really trying my best for this 7 days. I want it to be productive, and I'm really just looking forward to a shift in my vibration afterwards, because as we know, we eat good, we feel good, like we eat better, we feel better. I downloaded some more books in my Audible yesterday. I went down, Instagram. I said I was done talking, but I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna shut up. Instagram, all these apps are listening, right? Like, because it's like the moment that you talk about what you're going through, it's like you'll see all these different memes and posts, everything related to it. My son was even telling me the other day, like, because y'all know I'm about to be a grandmother, but he was telling me that he was talking to me about vaccinations. And he said that as soon as, we had that conversation, all he's seeing now is videos on vaccinations. And I say all that to say I went down a rabbit hole yesterday because I was online. And, I've been dealing with some things. And I saw this book that was being advertised, and I saw some of the stuff out of the book. I was like, like, this is something that I really feel like I need for where I'm at right now. And I went to this author's page, and she had like 1.8 million followers. I'm like, dang, I've never heard of this woman before. But so I looked up a few of her books. I have so many Audible credits because I've not really been purchasing books on Audible. So anyways, instead of the first one I saw, I ordered the physical copy, but the rest of them I got got her books on Audible. So I just really, and another thing is balance. Like, I feel like I'm either all the way in or bullshitting. Like, and I really need to. I was just telling my daughter today that's like Siobhan says, that slow motion is better than no motion. It doesn't have to look like these grand gestures, right? As long as you're making some progress daily. That's what really matters. So anyways, I look forward to sharing that book with y'all. It's supposed to be in today. Sometimes even when things are tight, you still have to invest in yourself, invest in your growth, invest in your self-improvement, invest in being the best version of yourself. Like, that's a must. So anywho's, I love you guys, and I will see y'all in the next clip. What happened, like, in terms of maybe people felt like they were being too vulnerable, having a conversation with me. But anyways, I don't know if people felt like they were being too vulnerable, and with that, like, it turned into now, like, people, I don't want to be no simp, because like I was thinking about that the other day, like, even with the music, right? Like, I was listening to Bending Knee, right? He's like, I want a new life, and I want it with niggas nowadays. They would never let somebody hear them say that shit.
Niggas ain't and with music, niggas ain't wearing the linen suits with the wind blowing no more. That niggas ain't asking for that no more. That shit's over with. Niggas is putting their fingers in their ass off the rip for the girl name. And love, the definition of love is truly fucked up. Now, love has a price tag. Like you said, like with the 90s music, like, we listened to that. We used to sit down and watch music videos. Yeah. You used to see your parents and stuff like that. They'll go through a certain type of love, like status or whatever the case may be. It was so much stuff that surrounded us that it was impossible for us to grow up to be nothing like we doing like today, like these kids today. It was impossible for us to do that. We didn't have none of that. Yeah. All these phones, we buying all these phones for 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds, like, for what? We used to, I remember back in the day, man, I used to see so much love. That's why I never lost it. Yeah. I see it all the time. I don't care if you're at the grocery store, you might see an old lady smack her husband on the butt. He'll look back and shake his head. Yeah. That's love. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they sharing some food? Are they having a pillow fight in a furniture store? Push on the mat run off, stuff like that. Like that's love. That ain't around. That's just showing that you can be your vulnerable self with your mate. Yeah. Now do it now, and it's like you said, it's considered simp. It being a simp, being green.
Yeah.
You take a girl out now. Men don't want to take women out no more. For what? So now it's about even, and that's the scary thing. Women out here buying all these horrible ass wigs and these terrible ass case body, and putting on these caterpillars only across their eyes, and they talking about they bad bitches. Men, real honest men don't want that. And
but you know what I don't understand about that though is men don't want that, but that's also what men glorify, right? These women, like even just looking at like OnlyFans and what these accounts, they want it to a certain, they don't want to settle down with it. But I think it's just like, why even give that shit attention? A man can have a beautiful wife, he can have, something solid at home, and still be on Instagram watching bitches shake their ass and this and this and that and so on and so forth with the horrible wigs, with the this and this and that. Like they don't want it, but they also participate in giving it attention. And I think even with like we were talking about with the music and stuff like that, all of that shit is programmed, right? Like and I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. I was telling them that programming, and we've all been programmed and conditioned, because we were talking about a religion originally, and he was like, well, that's just like saying that a cross-eyed person is beautiful. I said, well, let me put it to you like this. If you were born, your mother was cross-eyed, your daddy was cross-eyed, and everybody that you've seen was cross-eyed, that would be considered beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It would be who eyes is crossed the most would probably be the better, because that would have been what you have been programmed to believe. You wouldn't have known anything different than that.
So when it comes to what you was talking about, having a beautiful wife at home, I want to jump on that. Mm-hmm. Having a beautiful wife at home and this, that, and the third. What's leading that man to look outside of that house? Because that can play on both sides, right? Both sides. The man might be mature, and you probably married him too soon. That apple ain't ripe enough to fall off that tree. Or the woman got complacent. My mom got cheated on by my pops, and I think 10% of that is just because she became complacent. My pops was raised sheltered. He didn't see nothing. All he knew was church and cutting grass, fixing cars, and all the other stuff, all that country stuff, which is fine, but it wasn't no balance. He never had a lifestyle. When he met my mama showed him a completely different side of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like just going out, having fun, being able to engage with people. My dad don't know how to socialize. That's how my sister is. My sister exactly like my dad. How to socialize, don't know how to talk, and he got a little bit better at it. Then when he got better, he was like, and it was a late age, like 21, 23, something like that. He was like, oh, well, shit, this what talking to people like? Well, I'm going to go out and start talking to people. And got caught in that quicksand. His loins took over.
His loins. I think that there's a difference. Let me say this. I think that everybody's responsible for themselves. Nobody's responsible for what another person gets up to do. I do think that people are reactive though, right? So like, it's one of those things where if you feel like, and from what I hear with that sounds like that was a him thing. He never experienced certain things. He never had certain, so once he got a taste of it, he lacked discipline within those things. But cheating on someone, that's a personal decision, because you have two options. You can leave that person and say, hey, this ain't working for me because my needs are not getting met, right? Or you can talk to them and be like, hey, well, three options really. Hey, I feel this way. This is what's going on. I don't feel fulfilled in this area, this and this and that. And then, or, people cheat. And I think cheating is a selfish thing to do because you're thinking about yourself. You know what I mean? You're not thinking about, and it just goes back to love is what you do. It's not a feeling. It's not just a feeling, excuse me. It's what you do. It's how you consider someone. It's how you treat them. It's how you show up. It's the patience that you have for them. It's the kindness that you provide to them. And most people who do cheat couldn't stand for it to be done for them. And that's one thing that I feel like I'm learning in this day and age. It's like people are more willing to dish things out, but they're not able to receive that. It's, oh, don't abandon me, but then you abandon somebody.
Because we don't help, we don't train, we don't be each other's internal and external trainers. Now we're both fucking perfect, not for the world, but for each other.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That men and women focus on solely their strengths. That's where the world got weak. They focus on their strengths. A woman, I want a man that treat me right. I want a man that treat me like this. I want a man that treat me like that. But yet you buy a fucking costume to put on because you don't even care about yourself and how you look. Then on the flip side, you want Neil Long, you want Angela Bassett. But that motherfucker's so corrupted on the inside that when she get to your weakness, she gonna tear you apart.
But you know what the overall and the foundation and the common denominator is in all of it? Love. People not loving themselves. People not, they don't, and all of that comes from, a lot of it, people don't feel like they're enough. People, so with all these beliefs and programming that people have about themselves, this is how people show up. People show up with and operate from these traumas. They show up and operate from their true beliefs about themselves. Most people, oh yeah, I'm working on this, I'm working on that, and then as soon as they're triggered, all the work go out the window and it's fuck all that and this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? But no, like when shit pops off, when things are uncomfortable, you got an opportunity to practice it. That's when you learn to respond differently to your triggers. That's when transformation happens.
Absolutely right. I appreciate that. I needed that conversation.
I've gotten a NutriBullet, but I think I'm gonna send it back. Yeah, I want to make myself a smoothie. I've been sitting outside, and my book came in too. I'm gonna read some of it to y'all. This is a must when you're doing a 7-day raw fast. A must. So, anyways, shut up now. So, I just got this book. It's called The Company That We Keep, and I have not read all of it yet. But, well, obviously, I just got it today. But it is really, like, I'm just in awe. Like, there's some books that you get that you just know, like, right off the back, like, this is going to be one of them ones. I always feel like that way. I've never, like I said, like I was saying in a previous clip, I just kind of stumbled across this lady, but just from the clips that I saw on IG. And it's also important, I kind of thought about this too, like how important marketing is, because the post that I saw yesterday touched me so much that I purchased the book today. You know, I purchased it yesterday. And it just goes to show like the importance of marketing and making sure that your brand and showing up for yourself and your stuff is out there, because she definitely got my coins. But there are certain authors, like for me, like Vex King, he's one of those ones. I feel like his book, Good Vibes, Good Life, like that book was so transformational for me. I think just for everywhere I was at, like I needed that book so much. And he has one too called Healing is the New High, but even his posts and stuff like that on Instagram, like I just really, I'm just really in alignment with him. Another one is Sylvester McNutt. He hasn't come out with anything as of late, I don't think. But he's another one that I'm like, what he puts out, I'm going to read it, especially as it relates to self-improvement. Another author that I want to read her books is Ryan Kennedy. I've heard a lot of good things, but that's a different genre. I'm so used to, like, my favorite author was Eric Jerome Dickey. Like, I love his books. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with him or not, but he ended up transcending from cancer. But his books were everything to me. Like, I think his books is actually the books that got me into reading. Sister, it's like they're like romance. novels or whatnot, but Sister Sister was my very first introduction to reading. I used to go to English class, and my English teacher used to make us read for the first 10 minutes of class. And I used to literally just have the book in my hand, just holding it like whatever. And one day I said, you know what, I'm tired of pretending like I'm reading, I'm gonna actually read it. And I remember going to the very beginning of the book, and I started that book. The 10 minutes was up and I could not put that book down. I later went on to read Milk in My Coffee, Chasing Destiny, Between Lovers. Like, I was hooked on this man's books. So I say all that to say, like, and I still, from time to time, will go back and go pick up one of his books that I read, because they just never get old. They're like a, you know, like you could watch like a favorite movie. But Ryan Kennedy, I heard that she has really good romance novels, like kind of steamy, so on and so forth. So once I finish this book, Ryan Kennedy is, I forget the name of it. I just know that she's the author of it, but I know the cover when I see it. It's like a pink cover. But anyways, that's going to be my next one. But yeah, I'm going to sit down on this couch with the smoothie, and even though I really shouldn't have a smoothie in my living room, but I'm sitting down on this couch with my smoothie, and I'm going to read this book and just cuddle up, drink my smoothie, and relax. I will say that I'm only on day 2 of this 7-day raw cleanse, and the way that I am craving some cooked food should be steady, but we gonna stick to the assignment, because again, I know the results that I want, so I'm focused on the results and not the process. So anyways, and that conversation, I meant to address that. That was my ex-boyfriend, but we're still friends or whatever. But I thought it was a pretty good conversation to have. We were talking long before that, and I just picked up, even though I feel like I put quite a bit of the conversation on camera, we had a lot to talk about. We had a really good conversation. Those type of conversations are always so like therapeutic to me. But anywho's, I'm rambling. I'm gonna go sit down now. So I'll see y'all when I sit down. Luna, no, baby, get down, get down. No, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. No, she got the zoomies. No, ma'am. She swears she a human. Like, she's always wanting human food. It's like, girl, you're not getting none. Get back. Nah, you cannot have a smoothie. This is not for you. She's like not even liking like I'm talking in the mic and even my hair. She's like not liking regular dog food. Maya, grab her for me, please. The part of this book that I wanted to read to y'all real quick is just the beginning. For those learning to honor the seasons of their relationships, the ones who are choosing clarity without resentment, closeness without self-abandonment, and truth without fear. May this book be a companion as you gather with care, release with love, and remain open to the joy of being deeply known. That alone is enough for me. I think that so often we love and self-abandon, but this is what touched me to buy the book. Let me read this to y'all real quick. So this is what I saw last night that I was like, dang, what is this about? And I saw the book, I was like, I gotta purchase. But it says, the older you get, the more you realize that love alone is not enough. Care matters, effort matters, reciprocity matters, being considered matters. You deserve to be held like you hold others. Reciprocal relationships are not too much to ask for. We have simply normalized and excused inconsistency. Abandoning yourself just to maintain relationships that are not or no longer in alignment does not support what you say you want. May you know a love that lets you rest in this lifetime. When I say that spoke to my whole entire soul, my whole entire existence, I was like, dang. Even like I can say, even being married, I've never experienced that. I think that as a person, I've always given to others and given to my detriment, right? Like, and abandon self and what my needs were to accommodate others. And this healing and learning and growing, it's like there's no end game to that, right? I think I really truly believe that you can become aware. Like, I just believe that some things may always bother you. I don't think that you always have to be reactive to what's bothering you, but I do believe that some things like just, damn, this shit sucks. It it hurts. I don't like this. This is familiar. It's uncomfortable. But I do understand that it's just uncomfortable because of this. And being able to communicate and talk through those things, right? And just having an environment to where it's supportive for you to be able to do that is something that I deeply, deeply long for. And I don't know. I can see in ways and in areas where I need to affirm myself. I think that I can have like a little bit of a pessimistic view on things instead of like, dang girl, you're still young. I'd be like, in 20 more years, I'll be 60. You know, it's and it seems like 20 years, like when you raise kids and stuff like that, it seems like that time flies by, right? But the optimistic viewpoint is I'm still young, you know, like, and I don't know, I have time and I need to act like I do versus feeling like, dang, you know, but I take care of myself. So I plan on, you know, there's just certain things that I really, truly want to experience. So anyways, I've been chatting a lot, so I'm gonna shut up now and I will see y'all in the next clip. Here's the bathroom. Hi. Which rising sweet girl. Hi. Hi, Mama. Hi, that pretty girl. How's she doing today? Did you rest well, Mama? Did you sleep good? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Go play. Go play. Go play, girl. Go use the bathroom. I'll be right here. I'm not going nowhere. Okay. She's so cute. Sit out here in my hammock. I knew that was coming. She's so cute. This is Luna, y'all. I've had 2 dogs. I don't know if y'all remember or not. I bought them over a year ago, but they pretty much be in a room with Caleb. But she has been with me because she's been in heat. I gotta be away from her brother. So I'm sitting outside with her right now. She acting like she ain't drank water in 20 years. But anyways, and I'm about to get in my book bag right now, read and just enjoy outside for a little while. Y'all excuse my mess, but I am making a salsa for these raw tacos that I'm doing. This is mangoes down here. Got some red onions, some tomatoes, some red bell peppers, some cilantro. Gonna squeeze some lime in there and put some pineapples in there. So I just wanted to come real quick. I'll be back with the finished product. So y'all, this don't look the prettiest, right? It's not the most aesthetically pleasing, but it's actually really good. So I'm proud of myself. My first raw vegan recipe. All right, y'all. So, as y'all can see, I have gotten dressed. I'm going to go and listen to a band tonight. I'm probably gonna record off of my phone because I don't see myself being able to bring my DJI in there, nor do I want to. I don't want to lose it or anything like that. Today is day 3. Like I was saying earlier today on this raw vegan fast. And when I tell y'all, it's amazing. Like, food, it's just amazing. Like, when I was making that salsa today and just looking at all the good ingredients in there, I was like, oh my God, like, it's so good. I still I put so much garlic in it, like I could still taste the garlic. So I'm like, it's probably overdid it, but it was my first raw vegan recipe that I had ever attempted, obviously outside of salads and stuff like that. But when I do break this fast, I think I'm gonna go into soups and things like that instead of just jumping back into pizza and stuff. I had to get through till Tuesday. Today is Thursday, so yeah, I gotta get till Tuesday. I'm sure I'll be just fine, but it is Memorial Day weekend too, and I'm like, dang, I probably should have chose to do this at a different time. Anyways, they do serve food where I'm going to go listen to the band at, but obviously I won't be partaking in anything because they have the only thing I can eat is the French fries and stuff. I just don't, any of that stuff sounds disgusting to me right now, actually. So I just got done. I had made myself a nice little smoothie. I just got done drinking that. I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I don't say take an apple, but I'll probably take an apple. But yeah, I'm gonna slap some lip gloss on my lips. I typically like to wear like my little lip liner and then my lip gloss, but I don't want to do that today. I just want to, I don't know. I just don't feel the need to do that. So a couple of my friends said that they might meet me up there, so we'll see if they do that. If not, I'm still just gonna vibe out and rock out by myself, and we'll see how that goes. I will see y'all. I'm gonna just, like I said, the next video it'll be off of my phone. I'm gonna record something so y'all can see, and then yeah, I'll see y'all after that. See y'all when I get back home. Yeah. This battery, something's wrong with it because I literally charged it. Left, it was at 97%. I talked on it for just a few minutes. Okay, anyways, so I went to go see the band. The band was nice, and then it got a little bit ratchet. I want to say ratchet, but just more so like, okay, I'm ready to go. It was cool though. It was nice to get out of the house. But I don't know, I felt a little bit bad. This is a guy trying to talk to me, but I really wasn't interested. You know how people talking, they be spitting when they talking, like, sir, back up. Then a 23-year-old was like, sir, I got kids your age. Absolutely not. I'm not. There's nothing that we have in common, so that's gonna be a no for me. But anyways, outside of that, it was cool. I just felt bad because I could tell the guy wanted to talk to me, but I just kind of left. But it wouldn't have been fair to him no way, because he really wouldn't have got no play, but just like, can you just talk? Like, do you gotta spit? Anyways, I took an apple with me because I was like really hungry. I am having a little bit of a moment. I've had a lot of like discoveries today, like self-discoveries, like just in a sense of like, as we know, balance is definitely something that I feel like I've always struggled with, right? But I think really, really, truly like just operating in my higher self. I've got to really make some adjustments. That's all I can say without being too long-winded. But I just discovered that like it's okay to have feelings, right? And I'm gonna be a little vulnerable and transparent here, just because, like I always say, you never know who you're helping by being vulnerable. But feelings of like loneliness, right? I think that I have been reactive to those feelings instead of sitting with those feelings. I've tried to soothe and comfort those things instead of just like, you know what, I feel uncomfortable, feeling lonely. I can pour into myself and just sit with that, right? I think I'm feeling lonely. I want to be held. Let me make a phone call. Let me get held. And that can keep you in a loop, right? Because it's like you're being reactive to your feelings and you're going to get your needs met. And it's not to say that that's not okay sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's okay to be held and so on and so forth, but it's not okay to be driven by those things. And so I just had a revelation today of like, just feel a little uncomfortable. And I realized that for a while there, I had gotten comfortable with that. And then now I'm like trying to get back to being okay with being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And so I say all that to say, like, every season, and just how we talk to ourselves, right? Like every season in our lives is so meaningful. And I think back to like where I was at prior to here and just the growth that I've done and the work that I've done. And I don't think sometimes I really realize how much work I have put in, because even if I have something that seems familiar, or if I feel like it's like a pattern or a cycle, you know that you can still grow, right? Like even though you feel like you may still have shortcomings with being in that cycle, if that makes sense. And if I had a shortcoming, I'd just be like, I would throw away all of my progress instead of saying, no, like you have gotten better. You just still have work to do. you know? But in my mind, I would just beat myself up about those things. So learning to be kinder to myself and the way that I frame things, the way that I talk to myself about things, like that's even a process within itself. You know, it's like you don't get to be where you are in life like overnight, whether that be good or bad, right? Like the programming that takes place like that, those things take time in order to get there. So it takes time to deprogram all the things that you have programmed. So even files on computers, like installing and uninstalling, they both take time. So I have to be gentle and patient with myself as I take time to uninstall things. So that's what I'm working on. My little doggy keep coming in here. Luna, do not lick my feet. I don't want to be licked. Dog. Anyways, I think that after chaos, after like so many things could be all over the place, like I was sharing with y'all in my last video, that I just have been really, really going through it. And I think you could just get to a place to where you're just like, almost like in a meditative state where you just kind of like silence all of that. And sometimes things that appears to be like it's happening to set you back is actually a setup for your come up, even though you can't see it in that moment, even though it doesn't feel that way. It could feel like, dang, why is this happening, and so on and so forth. But my daughter said something to me the other day, and it was so profound. But she said, trust it. Whatever is happening, just trust it. Trust what's happening. That was like, dang, like she's right. Like, I just need to trust it. Trust where I'm at. Trust where I'm going. Trust what I've prayed about. Trust it even though I can't see exactly what's going on, that there's a bigger picture at play. If you're dealing with something, if you're going through something, just trust it. Trust that everything's going to be okay. I also, trust that everything's going to be okay, and trust that there's a bigger picture in that, you know, that you're going in a direction in what you should go, because life is teaching you and growing you and showing you. It's not trying to hurt you or humble you. And one last thing I'm going to say, and I'm going to wrap it up because I've been running my mouth for quite some time now. But today, for example, right, there would be times to where it's like I would want to do something. I would hear my spirit say, make yourself some tea. All right, I don't want to do it. And I kind of prolong it and not really get right on it and do it, right? Or go for a walk. And then I would just kind of brush that off, or I would do it, but I wouldn't make it a priority. And lately I've been more so, as soon as I feel something, I'm like, okay, yes, to myself, telling myself yes. Like today, I felt you need to take a bath. So I got off my butt and took a bath. And it kind of made me think like how people will mirror back to you how you treat yourself. So if I want to take, if in my soul, I feel like I need to make some tea, and I tell myself, not right now. Or, you know, if I want to go for a walk, not right now. And then I meet somebody and then I ask them to do something for me, and it's not right now, not right now. They're just mirroring back to me what it is that how I've been treating myself. And so I have been being more diligent about making myself a priority with myself, because what I said is the foundation. And if my foundation is not making myself a priority, not doing this, not doing that, then someone's going to come along and mirror that back to me. So giving yourself what you need and making yourself a priority, because truthfully, I'll make everybody around me a priority. Why are you not making yourself a priority? Right? And I have been having this reoccurring dream, and the dream was I would go get on my food truck, and I wouldn't have the supplies that I needed. And I was trying to send somebody to go get the supplies for me. And I would have a line of people that I had to serve. And I'm like, oh, shucks, I don't have no food on here. And I got to wait for them to go to the store. But this last one that I had was so like, it was so strong that I just felt like, I don't know. I just felt like, dang, like this means something. So it was the same reoccurring dream, but this time it was, sorry, I'm glitching. But this time, anyways, I dreamt that I was having an event, and the event was a huge event, so much so that they had like streets and roads and all these things blocked off. And I was walking up to it, and they were kind of looking at me like, you can't come this way. And I'm like, oh, actually I can, because this is my event. And then the dream is like noon, right? And the event doesn't start till 6 p.m. I had therapy at 3:30, and I was trying to call and tell my therapist like I need to reschedule my appointment or whatnot. And by the time I got through, I canceled the appointment. I hang up the phone, and it was like 5 o'clock. I'm like, how's it 5 o'clock already? Like, it was just noon. It's 5 o'clock. I only have an hour to to get everything on the food truck, get it set up. And what am I gonna do? So I was trying to call my ex-husband and tell him like, can you go get the stuff? You only got an hour, da 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 da. And then I woke up. That prompted me. I'm like, why is this a reoccurring dream? Why do I keep having this dream? But I kept having that dream from what I was saying. It was saying like that I'm basically pouring from an empty cup, and I'm delegating tasks to people for the things that I should have already done for myself. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. I could definitely make sense. They went into more detail and broke everything down, of course, but that was just pretty deep for me. Like, just talking about like resources and, feeling like I'm scattered or all over the place, and like I haven't prioritized and done the things that I needed to do. And just everything it was saying was just so true. So I still had to say, like, no matter the ebbs and flows in my journey, no matter the ups and downs, I can say that I'm really proud of myself for not only all that I've accomplished, but also the young woman that I've become. I think that when you're a self-improvement person, and also when you're hard on yourself, you can feel like you're never doing enough, or you're not doing enough. But the way that I am, the just again, the knowledge that I've obtained, the way that I love, the way that, I show up for my community and the way that I treat people, I am really, really, really proud of me. And even saying this right now, like, I needed to hear that from me because I'm hard on myself. So anyways, enough of the rambling, because I've been rambling for a long time now. I will see y'all in the next clip, and I'm pretty for sure I'm gonna be wrapping this vlog up after the next clip because I feel like it's getting pretty lengthy now. So with that being said, I will see y'all soon. All right, y'all, Rich Risings. It is Friday, May the 22nd, and I am just sitting outside right now, just wanting to have a moment of stillness. I'm going to listen to my affirmations while I'm out here and just sit and stretch. I do have the dog out here, so she gonna, I'm sure, be coming to come get in the camera. Hi, mamas. Hi, the girls. Hi, sweetheart. Don't lick me. Hi. But yeah, so I'm gonna just sit out here and enjoy. I got the fan on, so I don't feel as hot. Just sit out here and just stretch and enjoy. And like I said, listen to my affirmations and just simply be. And then I'm gonna really get into my book a little bit later. Just lay in my bed and just relax for the rest of this Friday. I want to eat really good food, but y'all know, I'm on this day 4. I'm getting there though. Hopefully I find some. Hi, mama. Hi. How are you, big girl? How you doing? And so I'm gonna find what I can have that's healthy, like a healthy snack, maybe like a fruit bowl or something like that. I'm like really craving like a cooked meal. Like, this is like, but I know that I'm gonna be so grateful and thankful and proud of myself once I finish this. Hi, big girl. Hi, big girl. So I'm gonna just stick with it, even though it's challenging. I'm gonna stick with it because I need to. So I'm gonna get in some journaling and all that stuff today as well. But I wanted to come and just wrap this vlog up because it's getting way too long at this point. And so we are wrapping it up. There will be a continuation in next week's vlog. Hi, mama. So I hope everybody has an amazing, wonderful week. I hope that you all do something nice for yourselves this week. I hope that you all give yourself some grace, some love, some self-care, and do something for you. Even if it's something small, like going to buy a favorite dessert or a favorite food or whatever that may be, whatever that looks like to you. Make sure that you do it. Okay? All right. Me and Luna will see y'all later. Luna, say bye. Say bye, mama. Say bye. We'll see y'all next week. Ow, her nails are so long. Bye. Don't lick me. Bye. All right, y'all. See y'all next week.